Yeah, yeah, yeah. Roll up the green, hit the links with RGB. Pitch, putt, and puff, it's our podcast lean. Talking Burt and Bogies, holding one dream. Golf cart cruising, we're the illest team. Pitch, putt, and puff, light it up, hit the rough. Every swing's a story, we can't get enough. Hazards and hard times, we know it's tough, but we live for the game, fam, that's our stuff. Got my clubs in the trunk, blunt in the front. Tee off in the noon, cause we don't bunt. Discuss in the course, weed strains for lunch. Straight shooters on the greens, not a front. Pitch, put and puff, light it up, hit the rough. Every swing's a story, we can't get enough. Hazards and hard times, we know it's tough, but we live for the game, fam, that's our stuff. Smoking aces, laces tied tight. With a puff we fly, elevate the night. Golf ball soaring, higher than a kite. Fairway to heaven, shining real bright. Pitch, put and puff, light it up, hit the rough. Every swing's a story, we can't get enough. Hazards and hard times, we know it's tough, but we live for the game, fam, that's our stuff.
Welcome back to another episode of the Pitch, Putt, and Puff podcast. My name is Roger, aka RGB. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Before we get rolling tonight, got to give a shout out to a few sponsors. As always, starting off with, as you see on my hat here, Back Nine Botanicals. Make sure you guys go check out Back Nine Botanicals. I actually got the shirt on here as well. Bam! Go check them out, back9botanicals.com. These guys are really trying to take over the golf game with the CBDs. They got the Moonlight Mulligan. This is my favorite for the sleep. They got the Birdie Boost, the Tea Time Sunrise. Also just came out with a new muscle and joint therapy stick that I got into the other day for my lower back. Definitely did the trick. So go check them guys out. Back Nine Botanicals. Use promo code TPUF10. TPUF10 will save you 10% at checkout. Also, the newest sponsor to the Pitch, Putt, and Puff, the guys over at Mulligan Wear. Shout out John over at Mulligan Wear. Really dope hoodies, hats. Oh, shit. I can't get up because we're live, but I got a package from John. I left it downstairs. I forgot. I got to open it, man. With the official sponsor, one of these weekends, I think next weekend I'll set it up where it's going to be Mulligan Wear will sponsor the weekend. And I'll do a little, I got whatever's in there. I think he threw a couple extra hats in there. So we'll do a little giveaway to the winners, or maybe we'll mix it up so it's not the same people all the time type shit. And I don't know, we'll do like the closest to the pin gets a hat, and so we'll figure something out. We'll do something fun, or maybe you get everybody gets a mulligan that day or something like that. We'll figure something out. But shout out Mulligan Wear. Check him out on Instagram at mulliganwear_. Right from there, you can go to his page and check out his hoodies, hats, polos just dropped. He's got the camouflage one. He's got a flower one. He's going to be constantly coming out with new things. So check him out over at Mulligan Wear. And on Instagram, mulliganwear_. So make sure you see him there. Also, we got Marty over Trouble Off the Tee. Shout out Marty and company over at Trouble Off the Tee. Dope line of hats. Never lay up. What did I wear today? Scratch Golfer. I'll Go Alone, as well as Camel Chasing and Golf of America. Kind of rolling off of the Trump theme. So shout out Trouble Off the Tee. Make sure you guys go check out the audiobook as well. TroubleOffTheTee.com. Promo code PUFF20. Will save you 20% at checkout on those fire hats. And then last but not least, Athletic, ATHLETHC.com. Go check those guys out. They got the 2 milligram mints. I don't know where I put them right now. I'd show you. They got the power, the flow, and the rebound. So go check them out. Get you throughout the whole day. It's not going to knock you on your ass, but it's going to give you a nice base and consistent flow throughout the day. So go check them out. And welcome him back to the podcast for the first time in a long time. Mikey is back, man. He just swam out of a pool about 20 minutes ago to fix a ripped liner, and he's here.
Dude,
to join
what's a podcast?
Bro, Mike, it's been like 3 months, bro.
It's for real.
I had to book you. I had to talk to your booking agent, your boss, and see if you were available. I was like, can I get the homie back? Bro, I didn't see you for 2 months. I
know. It was the day that we walked, and then it was the one time the first time I played at Freer Park. I think you missed.
I wasn't there.
Week.
Yeah, I've missed the 3 of the last 4 weeks. But I will be back in full swing this upcoming weekend. Probably going to do a little bit of a little bit of a scramble, which will kind of our topic of conversation tonight. But before that, Mike, how I only got to play with you the one time. How you been hitting them? You look good out there the day I was with you.
Yeah, I can't really complain for once a week, man.
Yeah.
And lately it hasn't even been that. It's been like, I went fucking 4 or 5 weeks without even touching my clubs.
That's wild. That is really crazy, dude.
Work is nuts, dude. Work is nuts right now.
And you stay going, dude. It's not like you sit back and relax, man. You're always doing something.
It's usually like 2 liners a day, and then everything else in between.
And it's physical. You're physical, constantly doing physical labor, dude.
Yep.
And that's rough on the body, man. And when you get a time to relax, you're usually crashing out because you're just beat, dude.
Kirk was saying he wants to. He might talk to his boss, try and get me in up where he is. He's like,
change the scenery.
Yeah, something a little more low speed. Like we work, dude, and we're working always to make up time.
Right.
Trying to put 12 months of work in the fucking 6-7 months worth of time.
That sucks, yeah, because the industry you're in. But bro, like I said, Mike, anytime you want, man, I can always put an application in. It's a phone call away.
Might have to venture.
You'll be getting a lot of golf in though. Getting a lot of golf in. But yeah, Mike, I wanted to get into some scrambling. Talking some scrambles tonight. We're probably gonna get into one this weekend. It's actually supposed to be nice out for the first time in a long time here in upstate New York. We've had rain. This will be 30 consecutive weekends that it's rained.
Disgusting, dude.
It's rained here, bro.
Disgusting.
30 consecutive weekends, bro.
I mean, I could tell you exactly why, but this would venture off into your conspiracy theory.
You can check that out on Conspiracy Chaos.
Yes, indeed. You can.
Yeah, man. That's where we're at.
Chemtrails, dude.
Yeah, we did one of our first episodes, I think, on the Conspiracy Chaos was a chemtrail and weather manipulation and all that kind of stuff. We got into it. But tonight,
everybody around the planet's doing it. It's just the accumulation of it.
That's what's happening, bro.
New York's turned into Seattle.
I mean, it really has. It really, really has.
Dude, it has, bro.
But dude, with these chemtrails, man, or now you got me talking chemtrails. I was trying to bring it back to a scramble. So
right to the scramble.
We'll get right into the scramble, man. We're diving into it's like basically the holy grail of golf formats. It's something that where I always say introducing someone to the game of golf, it's a great way to do it.
Absolutely.
Because you have a chance to, it's not serious. So you have a chance to teach them etiquette. Don't walk in the line. Don't talk when someone's hitting. Pay attention to your surroundings, the little things that make a difference, Take your, wait your turn, the furthest from the ball, the furthest from the hole, that kind of thing. So you get to really dive into like the whole aspect of the game of golf during a scramble, but you're still having a great time. You're smoking, drinking, chilling.
Right.
Like you're trying to shoot a good round, sure, but you're really like most of the time it's for a charity, so you're not walking out of there with a check,
Right.
So you're there to have a good time and for a good cause. But I mean, you're always obviously the beer cart girls coming through. You got the tokens, and like those are the events where I'll randomly like get banged up a little bit. Some like one random tournament, I'll pick like every once in a while. I'm like, all right, this is the one.
That was last week.
You were shot 2 weeks ago.
Brad got me. Brad.
Mm-hmm.
We played the Sunday and then the Monday.
Dude, Scratch's been putting some work in with the cart girl.
Memorial Day was he's like, here, I'll get you one.
Yeah, that was the Monday. He did that just to have a partner because he didn't want to go 3 days in a row.
Dude, I had probably a good 6 or 7 Coronas.
Oh man.
And I don't drink all but maybe 2-3 times a year.
Yeah, I seen you drink one other time. You pulled up in the cart on a Sunday and you had a couple of beers, and I'm like, Mike, you're drinking? He's like, yeah, every once in a while.
Once in a great while, dude. And Brad got me. He was like, yeah, dude. First one went down easy. He was like, I'll get you another one.
Yeah. So
next thing you know.
Then all of a sudden you're seven shots or 7 beers deep, and you're like, damn, I got to get out of here still. How am I getting home?
I got my flask with a little bit of Jaeger in the fucking side of my bag. So a couple shots with Brad, and it was like, wow.
Here we go. But so Mikey, let's start off. What was your first scramble you ever played in, man? You remember your first scramble?
Probably the one with Anthony. I really haven't done too many scrambles.
No? Okay.
Nah, I follow leads. Anthony's usually the one that, Mikey, it's your shot. This, whatever. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. So I'll give you my background a little bit then. So I got introduced to golf kind of by like a scramble. So I would play like legit Brunswick Greens, Pheasant Hollow, where we played.
Yep.
I was afraid to go to Freer Park because I didn't want to go embarrass myself. Because I'll tell you, the most intimidating thing on a golf course is that first tee box, where all those people are sitting there watching you. There's always the starter, the guy's practicing, the guy's warming up, the guy's stretching, the guy in the old clubhouse will be looking down. Whoever's paying is watching you. And bro, at that point, I was a swinging and I could possibly good chance of swinging and missing. Like it was that bad. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I can't go up there yet. Can't go up there. And then finally, a couple of my buddies, there was a scramble for one of our buddies' uncles. Like, yo, Raj, come play. And finally, I was like, all right, whatever, I'll go. So I had no clue, like the true rules of golf, like etiquette, like walking in people's lines. Like I knew nothing about it. Like I had somewhat of an idea, but like I would just go, me and my buddy Mike would just go up and just hit the ball around. Half the time we spent looking for our golf ball opposed to actually playing golf. Like we were playing hide and seek with our golf ball at that point. Like we weren't even golfing. And then I got into the scramble and I was like, all right. But I had an opportunity to learn a lot of things. So, and it also, that's like kind of after that is when I caught the bug. But unfortunately, it was the end of the year. So I remember that whole summer, I was like, or that whole winter, I was like, yo, I can't wait for next summer. I'm really going to get into this golf shit. And I was still doing like the flag football and basketball and stuff at the time. And then I was like, yeah, I'm all set with that. I just want to golf on Sunday. That's when I knew I was getting old. It was like, yeah, I'm not going to play football this year. I think I'm just going to golf on Sundays. And I remember my wife was even like, what? I go, yeah, I think I have more fun at this point playing golf. And like at the time, my team I was playing with, we were all getting older. So we were folding up anyway. But I was like, yeah, I'm not going to go play with anybody. Like I'm good. Like I'm just going to go and we're going to play some golf on Sunday, man. That's what it turned into.
Get to a certain age and you can't go full bore on your other sports.
Nope.
So you got to take it down a notch, and the only thing that you can take it down a notch and still go full bore is golf.
It really is, dude. It really, truly is, man. Like, I can still use like my athleticism. I can still like. I need something to make me competitive. I need competitive. I'm not a big gambler or anything like that, but like I need to be like bet on myself kind of thing. Like basketball, I always competing. Football, I was playing softball for a while, the whole 9 yards. But now golf, like I think that's part of the reason I do this pitch, putt, and puff. And the Sunday thing is because it gives us something to look forward to, and it's like a mini league, dude. It's like a league, basically. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's a club. We're golfing with the homies and all that shit, having fun. But like most of these guys, like I don't know, what is it? 6 of the 12, 15 guys are in the Friday night league. You know what I mean? Like we don't talk about Friday. There's no one like fairway when we're golfing during the week.
Very seldom do I hear somebody bring up Friday night.
No one's talking about Friday. They're like, yo, this Sunday, man, I need to play good. Like I need to put up a good score and have a chance to win some cash, especially when there's 12, when we got 3 or 4 groups and there's some decent money in the pot. Like those are the game changers.
Now, is there as much trash talking in league on Friday night as there is on Sunday?
Certain people. Like me and Anthony played the other night. Anth got me by a stroke. He played lights out, dude. He was playing great. And I literally was saying to him, like, I don't even have room to, like, we were like neck and neck the whole way. Like, I was just like, I think the biggest lead was like a 2-stroke lead. Either way, the whole round. And I forgot, I think I had a bad hole in like 6 or 7. And he took advantage of it. I just kept trying to chip away. I ended up with a birdie. and he ended up with a bogey on 9, and I lost by 1. He barely made it, dude. I needed that bitch to lip out for the split. But yeah, it was fun though. Like, but there was very little trash talking. But like, if it was me and Bob, we'd be trash talking. Like in a competitive scenario like that, we'd be trash talking the whole time. Like me and Fairway talk shit to each other no matter what. Like that's just what we do.
That's what Fairway does.
Yeah, Fairway. Like I duffed one the other day. He goes, "Hey man, a couple more of those would be up near me." Like stupid shit like that. Speaking of Uncle Fairway, man. So Fairway had an off day today. He went up to the course and worked out for a couple hours. But we go check out the YouTube. We've been doing story time with Fairway. I have another video I got to post to the page. But this is our guy. Look at this fucking guy, would you? He's on his front lawn. He might just be, no, he just got done golfing, it looks like. Getting ready to put his sneaks on.
Yep.
Suntan lotion, golf gloves in the back, the whole 9. Got his feet up on his cooler. Look at them tan lines already from the golf shoes. He's fucked.
He's propping himself up there out in the sun like that, and I'm trying to avoid it.
Yeah, right.
He loves it, the only day that I voluntarily go out in it.
Here's a couple other pictures from with the crew a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
You and Scrounge. That's the day you guys got banged up.
Yeah. Yeah, by
the
like
whole crew on the box.
That day, by the fucking 17th, 16th, 17th hole, dude, he was hitting a ball, and he was like, "Did I hit one?"
That's funny.
Fucking Brad, aka Scrounge.
That's funny, dude. Yeah, Scrounge is a piece of work, bro. He really, truly is a piece of work, man. Most of the guys are, dude. Like, we're the land of misfit toys of the pitch putt.
He's definitely a bad influence if he's your card partner, dude. Lately, he's always wasn't a drinker. Man. He's been getting sauced.
You got any stories in a scramble where like anybody got like out of control like that, like Brad did on Sunday? I had a guy fall out of a cart one time on the 11th hole. It was funny as shit, dude. Bald-headed dude, too. He's hammered. He's been drinking, doing shots. Like, these guys were professional drinkers. And the dude, like, went to go down, like, the cart path on going down 10.
Yep.
And he decided to take the fairway. And as he did, the guy's like, whoa, whoa. And boom, he goes down. He's got a fucking grass stain. He looked like Rufio from Hook with the grass stain down his head, bro. I was crying. Literally tears down my eyes. That was the best one, but I had another time. My man Gweet, we were in Texas, and he was in the cart with me. And same thing, we were drinking all day and night the night before. We get like the 11 o'clock tee time. We get to the course, boom, boom, boom. It's like the 3rd or 4th hole. He's a couple shots in, couple shots of Tito's, and he's going to pick up his ball because we're not playing it. I pull up, I'm driving, I'm going slow. All of a sudden you hear, whoop, whoop, yep. I'm going down. And he just falls out of the cart and tumbles. He gets up, dude. His arm's bleeding. He's got like a fucking lump. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? I would have stopped if you couldn't get it. He goes, yeah. I just started leaning forward and there was no coming back. I was like, bro, what the fuck?
I teetered to my taughter.
He did. He truly did. And that was actually a lot of fun. That was a beautiful course. It was one of the nicest courses I ever played, Slick Rock down in Texas. But
now, Anthony's uncle's tournament thing, I remember Tommy getting sauced, but it's weird. He gets sauced and he gets better at golf. I don't know what it is, bro. He can be standing over his ball wobbling and still fucking stripe it right down the fairway.
Just muscle memory, dude. It's just muscle memory to the guys like him.
Even wasted?
Yeah, I guess. Shit. I don't know. But that's the fun thing about like scrambles and shit is just the camaraderie, the guys you're playing with, the hang, you know, the talking, telling stories like I am now about dudes falling out of the cart. And it was a Knotty Pine thing we were playing in. And the dude fucking literally grassed his whole head, bro. Looked like a shit-stained skid mark down his head, bro. So funny. He's like, yo. I think he stopped playing after that. We only had a few holes to go, but he was pretty much cooked. Pretty much cooked. Now, in a scramble, if you're going to play to win, how do you think you should format the team? Like the way I look at it is like you want a heavy hitter.
I want my driver. I want my mid irons, and then I want 2 people who can putt.
Yep. I like that. So
most people can, once you're around the green, can manage a chip here and there. So
especially if you have solid putters, it makes up for a short game.
Right.
So that's where I kind of go. I go the same thing. I go you want the guy, the bomber. You want the guy who's going to hit nukes all day for you. Then you want that clutch putter. You always want that guy who's going to close. Like honestly, out of our group, Hank would probably be my guy. That, like, if the putts on. Remember last year, I think there was a tie. We went to a playoff hole on one. Yep. I forget who the teams were. Hank got to see the putt on one 3 different times. If Hank sees a putt 3 different times, Hank's going to make that putt for that. You know what I mean?
Hammer and Hank's
going to make that putt. And that's what happened that day. Hank closed it out and took home the cash for the crew. He got to see it 3 times. And it was a tough putt downhill on the first hole.
Yo, speaking of Hank, dude, we got to get his brother out with us a little more often, bro.
Dude, he said he had a lot of fun.
He's a funny dude, man. Him and Hank had me and Brad in stitches most of the fucking day, bro. I swear to God.
He's not a big time golfer, so he's not out there like to play for cash and stuff.
But he's good.
I think more if like we just had like bullshit rounds like we're gonna do this weekend, like a scramble, like a $10 team scramble or whatever, where no one gives a shit. Just go have fun. Because it's really going to be the first nice Sunday where we can wake up in the morning and not have to decide, are we got to wear shorts? How many long sleeve shirts do I got to wear?
Right.
Do I got to bring a hoodie? Do I got to wear a jacket? Whatever the case may be. And that's like, bro, I'm getting out of the cart. I'm getting out of my car on some of these mornings. And I'm like, all right, hoodie, yup. Rain jacket, yup. Like gloves, hand warmers, yup. Like it's June. I'm talking about this shit in fucking June, bro. Like, goddamn, man. But finally, it looks like we turned the corner, and weather is going to be up in the 70s and 80s.
Yep. Looks like it'll be snow fucking Friday.
No.
Yeah, you just cursed us, bro.
Oh, shit. I was going to say you're lying, bro. Don't do that. I can't deal with no snow. But, yeah, the way I go about it, I go the bomber, the clutch putter. Then I like a wild card guy. I like the guy who can do a little bit of everything, but does nothing really well. Because that day, he's going to do something good for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of like, I think I would kind of be the wild card because some days I get off the tee, some days I don't. Some days I chip good, some days I don't. Some day the putter, I'll make a 70-footer, and some days I can't make a 2-footer. Like, it's just the way. Like, I'm kind of that wild card. Like, if you look at my scores, the fluctuation of my scorecard is wild. Absolutely wild.
I seen your round today.
No, I didn't get out today. I took my day off yesterday.
Yesterday?
Yeah, I was struggling.
Bogey, double bogey?
So I had 2 triples and a quad. I lost 2 balls on the gully, bro. Yep.
Oh.
One ball bounced up, and I couldn't tell where it went, if it made it up to the red or white stakes. So I took the drop, hit it. That one went in. I then punched another one up, and I was like, I got to basically make this right now. This is brutal.
That didn't happen.
No, so I always, but me and Hank were talking about this. You'll never know when you're with me that I'm playing shitty. Like, I won't be bitching. I won't be throwing clubs. I won't be slamming my club. I might walk back to the car and be like, you stupid fuck, like talking to myself. But, like, I'm not doing it. Like, I'm not bringing anybody. I've always tried not to bring everybody's energy down. There's days like when it's slow play, I want to go the fuck home. I can't stand. That's my biggest pet peeve on the golf course. I can tell when you're playing
bad because you tend to get a little bit quiet. You tend to sit in the cart a little more.
Yep. But I'm trying not to kill the vibe
everybody
of everybody else.
Vibe.
I'll still conversate. I'll still have, you know what I mean? I'll keep it regular, but like I'll just be sitting there like, trying to like mentally bring myself back into the game. Like, all right, you did this, this, and this, but you have the capability to do this, and this going forward.
You don't want to be that fucking golfer that's that golf partner that's all bringing your
where people don't
down.
want to play with you, yeah, and it brings the rest of the group down. Like, don't put me with him, bro, because if he plays bad, I gotta listen to him bitch.
It's raining. I'm playing shitty.
You sound like Anthony.
Yep. Oh, do I?
Shout out to Anthony from upstate. He was gonna hop on with us tonight, but he's doing the family thing.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's kind of how. And then the last guy I would have would be like the strategist guy. Like keeps the squad in check. Like, all right, this is like as much as you might want to go for the longest shot that you hit, but you got to hit it around a tree or something stupid. No, we're gonna play the one that's 50 yards back, but we have a straight look in kind of thing. Like you need that guy sometimes too to really in some
Brad
of these
or Parisi.
Parisi's that guy, I think. Yep. Because Parisi can also be that wild card.
When he's not drinking, he can play smart golf.
Dude, I think we should get into a couple tournaments with the pitch putt, like and split our guys up and put 3 groups in and try to compete in some of these tournaments and see how we would do. I think we could get 6-7 under if we spread out our talent.
We could probably throw something together for Anthony's thing.
That's for sure. That one we should pretty much play that and do our own little side bet with we'll just split up the teams and then we'll put our own side bet in for that one. That's gonna be can you get, speaking of tournaments and Anthony, Florida Mike's coming up in July. I'm gonna try to do a Friday pitch putt and puff thing. So if there's any way you can get July 10th off, let me know and I'll add you to it. I'm gonna try to make it as the kid's coming up from Florida to chill with us, so I'm gonna try to do it big for him.
That's
I know it's tough for you to get days off.
That's the Crumpet Fox thing, isn't it?
Yeah, that's that weekend.
Yeah, I think I'm getting a room with Brad.
So you're taking that Friday off, or you going to work?
I'm not too sure yet. I haven't even thrown it past my boss yet. So.
All right. Well,
as soon as I find out, I'll let you know.
Keep that in mind because I'm gonna try to lock in like 4 tee times for that.
Nice.
Helium boys are gonna come down. Trying to get the Lonely Stoner, my man Jay from Jersey, to come up for the weekend, at least for the day. Make a whole day of it. Have a good time. Show the guy a good time if he's coming up from Florida. Shout out 52 Sundays, hooking up the Legends Golf Club with the chip and a putt. He hooked us up with a bunch. I had a birdie. One of them said birdie.
Dude, they're nice.
The quality is no joke, bro. Like 52 Sundays really puts out some good stuff.
They are
52
nice
Sundays, like 52 Sundays mulligan wear. Mike, I'll show you next time I see it. The hoodie, like there's no resistance in that hoodie. It's awesome, absolutely awesome. But yeah, man, it's been cool working with all these brands, getting to know all these guys and shit for sure.
So how are we gonna pull this scramble off this weekend? How are we pulling teams?
That's what I gotta figure. I just gotta figure out who's in, and then from that point, I can pretty much break it down to who's playing and who's not playing, and then I would literally split everybody down the board. So like it'd be if Bub and Jay are in, Bub goes one side, Jay goes the other. I think Hank and Parisi are probably me and Parisi are probably like Hank's probably playing like 3 right now. Hank's playing really well, so Hank would be in the 3 spot, in my opinion. And then me and Parisi could battle it back and forth for 4 and 5. And then you got Scrounge sitting there. Then you got, depending on Fairway, I got a funny story to tell you off air about my man Fairway. So depending on how Fairway's playing, if you're playing serious, Fairway's probably right at that 6-7 spot. Then you got Kirk. Oh, I forgot about Kirk. So I probably put Kirk right at that 6 or 7 spot with Fairway. It all depends on how Fairway plays. If he comes to play, he can shoot. Like, dude, I see him midweek shooting 42s, 43s. And then he shows up on Sunday, starts smoking doobs, and he's shooting 53s. I'm like, bro, what do you think? Man, I'm having a good time, man. I get that, but come on, man.
He seems like if he has a couple bad shots, that's when it turns into a good time round.
Yep. Once you see that, once he goes to open the cooler and that Budweiser comes out, round's over. Round's over.
It's good time round.
Mm-hmm. The music gets a little louder.
Hey, man.
Hey, man.
Not anymore. You don't have a speaker, right?
No, he got it back. Hank grabbed it for him. He left it again, though. We swapped carts the other day, and he left it. He's the best, man. He really is. But let's see here. Some things you do's and don'ts in a scramble. If you're going, the things you got to do, you got to bring a speaker. Like, speaking is good segue. You got to bring a speaker. I always feel like I prefer to control the playlist personally. I'll put on what everybody wants, like when I put on just like a Pandora channel or something. But I sometimes like Fairway gets going with it, and he's got like old classic rock, and then he starts singing and jamming. Like he'll start busting out a verse while I'm in my backswing, and it's like, and I just sometimes like I need a vibe when I'm golfing. Golf's like a real vibe check kind of sport. Know when to pick up your ball. Know when like, this isn't my shot. Like, go get it. Like, let's keep it moving. Tournaments are supposed to be pretty fast paced for the scrambles. What's this other thing? And then things you shouldn't do. Don't like sit there and scramble, overanalyze every putt like you're on the Masters about to win Augusta. That's one thing. The one thing I don't like in tournaments, though, I'll put into this is that mulligans. When people buy mulligans, I know it's a great way to raise money and shit, but
it just creates an opening for cheating.
That's what I'm saying, because you buy 2 of them, but they probably use 6 of them.
I didn't use
did
that
you
one.
use your mulligan yet?
I don't think so. I still got one.
That's what I'm saying. So it turns into that crazy shit. So I'm not a big fan of doing it that way. And then the one thing you can't do, you cannot do in a scramble, especially if you're playing with the pitch putt puff crew. You can't forget your rolling papers, your cones, your bowl, and obviously your flour when you're playing around with the crew. Because otherwise, it's going to be your vape, something. Like, it's going to be a long round for you. So rolling with us, you got to make sure you're rolling right, rolling heavy. That's how we're doing it. Let's see what else we got here to bust down some scramble talk. So, like I said, I'm working on some things. I have a few different options. Shout out Kaylee. She reached out to me. Did I tell you about this?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So she reached out to me a couple weeks ago with potentials for a link for another tournament. So waiting to hear back from her on some details. And dude, I'd love to get a couple of things going. I don't even care if like we're just there to do like a live broadcast and participate in the tournament kind of thing and speak to people when they come back and their experience out there and speak to some of the brands out there and shit. Like that would be a real cool event.
Right.
Just even wingman in that one. But like I really want to do the pitch putt and puff invitational or whatever, the pitch putt and puff smoke fest golf tournament, whatever I want to call it. I don't even care. I'll figure something out, but love to do it at Freer. Don't know if that's 100% possibility with all the shit going on up there this year with the construction.
Dude, we can barely get our tee times for Sundays.
That's what I'm saying. So it'd have to be like a Friday. It'd have to be like a Monday or Friday tournament would be kind of where I'm thinking of doing it. Monday where people just extend a long weekend, a little bit easier to get a Monday off than it is a Friday for some people as well. So maybe do it that way. But like, I'd really like do some dope gift bags with like pre-rolls. Hopefully like shout out to Back Nine. Get some like CBD gummies in some of the bags and regular gummies. Also do like go for golf with all his the cannabis flower teas and like those kind of things for like, all right, you sit down in the cart, boom boom boom, you're good. Maybe do some like THC drinks or something, like even the shooters or some like heirloom drinks or dirty lemonades or shit like that. That's like then have like a real dope hole-in-one prize, like a rig or like something to that extent, like a dope like hole-in-one or closest to the pin. And then like an after party is, and obviously I want to have like different vendors and shit throughout the course to represent their brand. Like I want clothing brands up there. Like I want my man Rod from I Really Smoke Cannabis, local dude, Troy dude. I obviously want to support the local homies. I want the helium guys up there. Like everybody post up at a hole with your brand. Show people who you are. Show people like who's in the 518. Get the community to know these, because all these events, Mike, the only one we have, everything's New York City. Like there's some kind of convention down there next weekend. There's
Jersey,
like a Buffalo, fucking Syracuse, boom, boom, boom. There's nothing in Albany. They have the thing down in Hudson they had a couple weeks ago. That's the big event for the year up there. Like now it's done.
Yeah. Do something about that. There's never nothing in Albany. Who said that?
Bert Kreischer. There's nothing to do in Albany. That man is not wrong, bro. Unless you're going to a Firebirds game or
there was a WNBA star that said it too.
Oh yeah, Rebecca Lobo. Lobo. Yeah.
And she had to walk it back.
Yep.
Why not talk to fucking?
What if mayor? You get anxious from THC, Giles? I recommend going with some CBD, man. Slow your roll into it.
Right.
If you're smoking cannabis and that's like your first time consuming it, I would maybe try like a gummy at a very low dosage and make sure like you're in your comfort zone. Don't go in an uncomfortable situation. Make sure you're in a comfort zone. Hang out with a couple buddies that you can trust that aren't going to mess with you. Like, oh, you're not going to be tripping, man. You're not going to really like get, the tripping effect, but you can slow your way into it and figure out your dosage and figure out your comfort level. But I would really start with CBD, and just that would take a lot of the anxious away from the cannabis feeling. Like that's
never fear the paranoia.
Yeah, man. Don't fight it.
It'll go away.
The comfort zone is gone, man. That's you just gotta find it. Slowly work your way back, man. Giles Jackson here is talking about it. Yeah, you just slowly gotta work your way back into it. I mean, I don't know where you're from, but here in New York, the dispensaries have all different dosage you can go with. You could do some athletic. It's got the low dose 2 milligram mints. That's a great way to start. Basically pop a Tic Tac and slow your way into it. They got the flow, the rebound, and all of them are like your hybrid, your sativa, your indica. So get you throughout the day. Find the one that works for you and kind of go from there. That's what I would recommend, man. That's my kind of issue with the gummies. I don't really have a dosage with gummies. I did notice former guest Miss Incredible Edible was on a few months back, and she sent me some of her lollipops. And bro, these things, I don't know if it's because it hits different, but they're great. Like I was feeling great after a lollipop, dude. Chilling, little 50 milligram lollipop. I'm like, this is fantastic, dude. I'm gonna bring one to the golf course for Sunday, I think.
Dude, the nerd ropes used to get me.
Yeah, but chocolate really gets me because it's the way your body digests it. It goes in your bloodstream faster and all that shit. So, but yeah, man, I really want to do a tournament. I really want to bring an event up here in a different way and kind of bring the golf and cannabis community together in a way that it's just different. Like there's a lot of people I think that would love to get involved because there's nothing up here. So it kind of streamlines as something.
Push your brands. Have everybody push their brands, man. Push your brands on people who don't ever get to taste of tournaments. And
I want I want all the local companies. Like I want companies from all the guys that are actually like Helium. These guys are from right here, like locally. Like boom. Like I know Heady Tree, I believe they're pretty local. Boom. See if we can get them up here. Get a rep from Dank. They're a big New York brand. Get the Jaunty reps. I see them all the time. Like, get these people out here. Puff's huge up here. Gonna have a rep on from Puff and former guest Rihanna on soon. Jen and Rihanna are scheduled to come on pretty soon. Rihanna went through some stuff, so hopefully she's doing well and getting back on her feet. But yeah, man, that's what we're gonna do, Mike. I'm gonna make this happen, bro. I've been working behind the scenes. I'm not I'm not doing anything. Like I've actually been speaking to people and had some meetings and stuff. It's just the fucking New York State laws that are. People are hesitant because of it.
So many, dude. I mean, New York State makes it hard for a normal business.
They do.
They you know what I mean? Like all the hoops you got, all the insurances, all the this, and then that's that you got to cover and carry and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to cannabis, forget it. You're gonna have to jump through hoops and hoops that are on fire.
I mean,
and then
the tax money's paying off. We're getting, obviously they're making some money off of it. We're paying 30% tax on all these purchases, and dude, a lot of these places I go into, man, I walk in, someone else walks in right behind me, or there's a couple people waiting in line, like, and that's every one of them. So people are like, they're all pretty much doing pretty well.
Dude, is it not to cut you off, but is it me or is it just me? But it makes me angry when you see all the little like corner stores, carrying stuff.
Oh yeah, that's the bullshit, man. That's like New York City. That's huge. Down in the city, bro. It's like where every I Love New York T-shirt shop was.
Yep.
Those are now like dispensaries, but they're not licensed dispensaries. So like, if you don't know as a tourist, you pop in there and you think you're going to a legit New York dispensary,
straight up, dude,
you're going to get in that sprayed shit that they're always talking about.
Like there's stores around here. There's stores around here that just convenience stores, bro.
Yeah, it's popping up big time lately. So it's been a factor.
It angers me, like
because we finally
got a legit.
Let's do it the right
legal way, and you're still trying to sell at the corner store.
Still dealing with it. Shout out Monica, appreciate you tuning in. Probably big fan of the Pitch Putt and Puff, I bet. Yeah, right. Shows the OF. But yeah, man, we'll wrap this thing up, Mike. Man, I appreciate you jumping on, homie. It's good to chop it up with you as always. Oh, no. Before we chop it up, I'm going to ask you. I got 3 questions, man, and I got to get your answers before we close. You got a minute still? I don't want to keep you up too late.
Absolutely.
All right. So, starting off, man, I know you're a baseball fan, big Mets fan. What's your walk-up song to the tee box? If you had a walk-up song like you would in baseball, right? What would it be to walk up to the first hole, Sunday morning, Freer Park, Pitch Putt and Puff? What's your hardcore song you're going to go with? Because I know you're going something heavy.
Right now, as a gag, you ain't going nowhere.
Okay. I like it. I always had, like, in my head as a kid, I remember Black Rob, Dare You to Come Against Me, like that. I forget the name of the fucking song, and I'm a terrible singer, but that song, I always liked that beat, and like the way it came, like dropped. I always that, or like the Rottweiler from Method Man and Redman, the Rottweiler. Like that would be. I just always like that beat for an entrance. I've been thinking about that question since I started asking it, because I was like, maybe like Kendrick, they're not like us, but that's too cliche. I want to do something a little
right. Bit I could always do.
That's one of my favorite songs ever.
Like
Kendrick,
the Clipper of Wings, it's on my Instagram page.
Yeah,
it's like one of my all-time favorites of a local band.
The upstate New York hardcore scene was huge back in the day. It was
it's starting to get big again.
No doubt. Then Mike, what's your go-to snack on the golf course? You're the guy who wants something at the turn. You're so disappointed when you pull up to 9 and that stand is closed every Sunday. So, what's your go-to snack on the golf course?
Doritos, Cool Ranch Doritos.
Okay.
And Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
Or the Sour Patch Rainbow, fucking extreme rainbows, Airheads.
Yeah,
I think they are.
Yeah, you always got some chewy snacks in there, no diddy.
Always got sours. Always got the sours.
So yeah, you are the snack guy, because I'm a sour. I could do some Sour Patch Kids on the course. I hate chips because then your hands get all greasy. I could do like the Reese's, but they got to be the sticks.
Yep.
I'll eat the peanut butter cups. Not the sticks. Yeah, that's my go-to. Because half the time, man, I got no candy in the cart right now. I made a complaint to the cart job numerous times. I'm gonna have to call the mayor and see if we can do something about it.
Glizzy at the turn, man.
Open that booth up, man. Throw some hot dogs on that cart. Do something. Hungry out there,
Absolutely.
bitch. When you're out there for 4 or 5 hours, you get hungry.
Dude, I don't understand why they don't open up that building over by 9. Right at 10.
I think even if it opens by the time we make the turn on Sunday, it probably still wouldn't be opened up, but just getting ready kind of thing. By the time we're done, it'd be up and running. But it's almost too late at that point.
They should be open doing breakfast sandwiches too, man.
They would crush
open
it.
early.
I really truly think they would.
At the turn, dude, all us hungry motherfuckers. Absolutely.
For sure.
Good bacon, egg, and cheese on a hard roll.
That's what I'm saying. So, Mike, with the U.S. Open coming up this weekend, man, who do you think's the most overrated golfer on the tour right now?
All of them.
All of them. You hate the tour. You're a live guy.
I am a live guy.
All right, so live in the tour. Who's the most overrated golfer in general right now?
Rory.
Yeah, I was hoping you said I hate that motherfucker, man. I hate that guy.
Yeah.
I don't hate him, but I respect him because he's a good golfer. But I'm just not a fan of his off the course antics, his personality. He's got that country club jerk off mentality. He's
a joker, dude.
Yeah, dude. He's probably my least favorite guy out on the course. But
and the most underrated, I think, is Sahith Theegala.
He's the most underrated.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. He's pretty good.
I don't think people give him enough credit.
He's definitely up and coming, man. He's definitely up and coming.
Got to win a couple.
Yeah, a lot of these guys, I think it takes some time just to get in that comfort level of experience the tour.
Plus, playing at that level. It's tough to win when you got Scheffler every week.
It's kind of the odds, man. We were looking at it the other night on Upstate, and the odds are almost kind of how it was with Tiger. It's like, remember we used to just take Tiger in the field.
That's it.
Now it's kind of starting to be, all right, Scotty in the field, or what are we doing here? So it's going to be interesting to see. We're almost to the Ryder Cup. It's going to be at Bethpage this year, so that's going to be pretty dope. I wonder if my guy John from Mulliganware, hopefully he gets to throw some of his gear to some of these pros and get some advertisement out of it while they're walking the practice round or something.
Right.
Give you an idea, John, if you're listening. I can sneak out there and just start hiding Mulliganware all over the course. Let them people find it.
Just paint your logo on your chest and streak through the place, man.
That's it. Right across the 18 on Sunday. No doubt. Mikey, man, appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate all our sponsors. Gonna set something up for next weekend to either do something with we'll do the Mulliganware giveaway. If we weren't live right now, I'd go downstairs and get the box, but I completely forgot because I was rushing around trying to get the kid to sleep and not be out until 11 o'clock doing the podcast. But we're getting it done here at the Pitch Punt Puff. Go check them out. 518 Mikey on Instagram. We'll be out there this Sunday. We'll bust out another episode for Friday with the teams and the format.
Scramble, baby.
Yeah, maybe do a little live draft on here or something. Maybe I'll just put the teams in a hat and just pull them that way. We get what we get. Who gives a shit? We're just playing for fun or just a couple bucks anyway, but we'll make it happen. Shout out to Mulliganware. Use promo code PUFF10 to get yourself 10% off. Check them out at Mulliganware _ on Instagram. Back Nine Botanicals, always supporting the crew here at Pitch Putt Puff. Check them out, back9botanicals.com. Use promo code TPUFF10. And then we got Athletic, ATHLETHC.com with the 2 milligram mints. Promo code PUFF for a special discount over there. And my man Marty at Trouble Off the Tee, TroubleOffTheTee.com. Promo code PUFF20 to save yourself 20% on some of these fire hats that come with, where's my ball marker? I just had it. I was flipping it around, and I think I dropped it. I don't know where it is. It comes with a ball marker and a playlist as well. So go check them out. Appreciate everybody tuning in. We actually got up to like 12 listeners. That's a record high on the Pitch Putt Puff Live. So we appreciate that. We don't get much love because of the shadow ban. So make sure you like, subscribe, and follow the page. And we will catch you. I'm going to bust one out on Friday for another episode. We'll talk to you then. Peace. Trying to find the outro song real quick. Let it drop. Boom.
Yeah. Roll up the green, hit the links with RGB. Pitch, putt, and puff, it's our podcast scene. Talking Burt and Bogies, hole in one dream. Golf cart cruising, we're the illest team. Pitch, putt, and puff, light it up, hit the rough. Every swing's a story, we can't get enough. Hazards and hard times, we know it's tough, but we live for the game, fam, that's our stuff. Got my clubs in the trunk, blunt in the front. Tee off in the noon, cause we don't bunt. Discuss in the course, weed strains for lunch. Straight shooters on the greens, not a front. Pitch, putt, and puff, light it up, hit the rough. Every swing's a story, we can't get enough. Hazards and hard times, we know it's tough, but we live for the game, fam, that's our stuff. Smoking aces, laces tied tight. With a puff, we fly, elevate the night. Golf ball soaring, higher than the